for Superman.
The Cadmus arc is a major storyline that spans several episodes of both the Justice League and the Justice League Unlimited animated series. If you haven't watched our previous videos, you can hit the card on the top right of the corner of the video or hit the playlist at the bottom by the description. The Doomsday Sanction. Let's start. We start with Amanda Waller waking up and watching the news that
in the Caribbean, the San Boquero volcano went active during the night, sending a cloud of ash miles into the air. Geologists predict a devastating eruption sometime within the week. Sources report the Justice League has offered to help the Boqueran authorities with the evacuation. The political world is still reeling from Lex Luthor's surprise announcement of his candidacy for President of the United States.
now it starts to unfold. Imagine your day being interrupted by Batman as you are in the shower, naked. Batman starts listing her credentials and then what she has been doing.
Born in East St. Louis, Rhodes Scholar, PhD in political science, served in intelligence under 3 administrations, disappeared from public life 4 years ago. I'm sure the American people will be just as interested in your activities as mine. Secret weapons, illegal cloning experiments, bypassing Congress.
But Amanda starts telling Batman that she
Did Superman ever mention that to get Luthor's pardon, he had to tell us about your parallel universe adventure? We started to wonder what would happen if you took the same action that the Justice Lords did, so I had my people run some computer simulation. If the Justice League ever went rogue, what do you think would be the result? Now we have the technology to defend ourselves. We're the good guys, protecting our country from a very real threat. You.
Batman tells the League that he uncovered what Cadmus has been doing.
Project Cadmus is in the business of developing weapons, specifically to fight us. They were behind that business with the Ultimate and the Supergirl clones.
Where's the money coming from?
We're all thinking the same thing.
Luthor.
The obvious suspect.
And Dr. Milo, splicing together human and animal DNA.
Amanda pulls the funds from Milo. He leaves the room and enters. He tells Doomsday.
You were created from a sample of Superman's genetic material, but your DNA was altered to make you his superior. Then, you were trained to hate him. You were conditioned, humiliated, repeatedly injured, but not by Superman, by Amanda Waller and Professor Emil Hamilton. When you became uncontrollable, they tried to dispose of you in a rocket and shot you into space. Struggles through the rocket off course. They came back to Earth. Fought a different Superman, one from a parallel universe.
This monster is speaking full sentences.
Your problem solved.
We cut to Superman creating.
I'm trying to ease the pressure on the volcano. If I can dig some tunnels onto the main core, maybe I can stop the eruption before it starts.
And then Doomsday arrives. And it gets even worse because Amanda tells Eileen.
And what will your soldier do after he's killed Superman? We can't leave him loose. For all we know, he'll try to kill everyone on the planet. He has to be stopped before he leaves that island.
So what does Eileen do? He calls in for a nuke on the island to stop Doomsday. But the Watchtower detects a kryptonite nuclear missile headed towards the island. Batman assumes Waller had something to do with it and calls her.
The missile headed for San Boquero. If anyone dies on that island today, I'm coming for you.
You do what you have to, and so will I.
He takes the javelin and intercepts the missile by using the javelin's magnetic field and clamps onto the missile. He takes it off course and Batman ejects with seconds to spare. He lands on the ocean and the nuke goes off, followed by a tidal wave. Knowing what he is capable of, he knows he can annihilate the League without breaking a sweat. Now they have the most brutal fight in the Justice League Unlimited series up to date.
We have to sanction Doomsday. We were going to get to Superman somewhere down the line, and we've been trying to stop drug traffic from San Boquero for years.
It is just blow after blow, right up until Superman stops holding back and throws Doomsday into the volcano. Seriously, go watch this episode. Later at the Watchtower, they interrogate him about Cadmus, but all he says is,
All you need to know is that I will get free, and I will kill you.
the chills. Superman has no choice but to send him into the Phantom Zone. This is a pocket universe, correct? Superman and Wonder Woman head to the medical bay where we see Batman, almost in a full body cast.
Passing judgment like gods. With our superpowered army and our orbiting death ray, Cadmus is right to be scared. If Luthor does become president, like he did in their world, what would stop you from doing what that Superman did?
There's always that kryptonite you carry around.
You don't get to joke! I just took a bullet for you.
It lingers in his mind that we don't know if this Superman might snap and unalive Lex. Ever since seeing this episode as a kid, I still think about it. I mean, there is so much to unpack. Cadmus creating Doomsday, launching a kryptonite nuclear missile, Batman using the Question,
I've got the Question looking into it.
the League not liking the Question,
And
Not that kook.
This episode straight up told us that Waller will stand on business, but to an extent when she says,
You're gonna kill Superman and everyone else on the island.
I guess there is a fine line. I think for us as a viewer, this was a pivot. Many of us might have sided with Cadmus up until this point. Now we probably side more towards the League. But what connects the Justice Lords and the Justice League is that Lex Luthor becomes president in the Justice Lords universe, as where in the League's universe, he starts to run for president. Now mind you, the Justice Lords universe was about 5 years into the future, whereas the League is behind. With the way this episode ended, this could have been a way for Batman to start his contingency plan, or more or less resume his research on each Justice League member in case someone would turn against them. But what do you think? Let me know. Till then, see you next time.
I admit he's wound a bit too tightly. But if anyone can find a hidden link from Luthor to Cadmus, he's the man.